Hi, happy Thursday, everybody. I see Jeff B's on bright and early. Of course, Sue's here, and I'm here. The lucky dogs are here. Cassie, Abby, and so we're all set here. It's a nice picture. You like my picture, did you? That was a little, I saw that this morning. I thought, hey, I'm going to use that. So, good morning, Jeff. How you doing? It's a beautiful morning out here this morning. The sun is shining real nice and brightly. Okay, Google, good morning.
Good morning, Lucky Dog. The time is 8 a.m. Right now in DeLand it's 73 and sunny. Today, it'll be mostly sunny, with a forecasted high of 93 and a low of 73. Have a nice day. 93,
you know, it's been warmer in September than it was in June, July, and August. We're waiting for that cool down. I know a lot of places have cooled down already. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska?
In Prudhoe Bay right now, it's 22.
It's 22 in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. So their cool down started.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
She's still listening to me. I watch them a lot because it's interesting how cold it is, you know. Jeff, did you get any of the flooding from the hurricane that went through Florence? I don't know if I don't think it went that far west. I think it kind of curved and it went north. I think it went up kind of around Ohio and kind of went out, but the thing almost curved, went out to sea and came back in again right at the Carolinas, but I think that's kind of done away. Ron, brother said that so you missed it. Good, glad you missed it. So a lot of flooding up there. My brother said there was tons where he's at. In fact, there's Ron right now. Good morning, Ron. He said he couldn't get to Myrtle Beach yet because the roads were flooding. And I saw one picture. I forget what road it was now. It didn't look like a road. It looked like a river. Completely flooded. A major road. Like 95 was? I think it was 40. Well, 95 was flooded. I think that was 40. Ron's probably more familiar with that than me. But I think it was 40. It was completely flooded over there. Just looked like a river. It didn't even look like a road, you know. So that'll probably take a while. Some of them might be starting to go down a little bit, but it'll take it a while to go down. So good to see everybody on this morning. So Ron, how's the flooding coming up that way? Is it getting better? Are you guys starting to recede, or is it staying the same? It'll take it a while, you know. We got to get a lot of floodings during the hurricanes and tropical storms and that. So luckily we've been dry. There's John. Good morning, John. How you doing? I see you've been out traveling around. I keep seeing your pictures. You're here and you're there and you're everywhere. So looks like you're having a lot of fun with the Roadtrek. So glad to see you maneuvering around all over the place. But yeah, we was just talking about flooding. So I don't know, you know what. Like I said, dried up finally. We have been so wet, and back in the city now. So John's back home. It's a nice thing about the Roadtrek. You can go off somewhere and liable to be anywhere, alongside a river, way back in the middle of nowhere, and next thing you're back home. So we had to put a little Freon in our Roadtrek on the motor side, up on the van side. It wasn't blowing very cool air, and it was low on Freon, so it seems better. Ron says still can't get back to the beach or Conway yet, so he can't even get down to Conway. One road, Route 9, may be open next week, so they're still, you know, flooded out there. That you can't get back around to certain areas on it, so it could be quite a while. I remember as a kid, we lived up in Ohio in a low-lying area. Little town called Funk. Yeah, believe it or not, Funk, F-U-N-K. And Blatchesville, and it used to flood out there all the time, and especially in the spring when the snow melt and the water backed up, and it just flooded out over there. And yeah, a lot of people think I'm kidding when I say I grew up in Funk, in Funk, Ohio. They had a university there. You went to the University of Funk U. So there's shirts and that. There was a little store. Funk's about the size of your thumb. It's tiny. Had a little store. Had a little grocery store there, and that was about it. But it was there for years, but I believe it's been closed now for quite a few years on it. So we used to go down there. So this a lady I used to work with now lives in Conway. She's been posting pics of the Riverwalk and flooding there. So it's Howie Roll, another YouTuber. He lived in Conway. He had a bar in Conway for a while, and his one picture has a right there by the Riverwalk with his van sitting there. So he's familiar with that area. But yeah, Funk. Talking about little stations. You remember old gas stations? Old gas stations was pretty cool. That when they used to come out and they would actually pump the gas for you. Yeah, Conway, South Carolina, Jeff. It's kind of in from Myrtle Beach. That's where Ron, brother, he lives just north of Conway there. But yeah, remember these old gas stations? The guy would come out and he would they would actually wash your windshield, check your oil, and pump your gas for you. And back then gas was probably 32 cents a gallon. Now they don't do nothing for you. And it's what, $3 and what is it now? $2.73, $2.75. $2.75, and they don't do nothing for you except put a skimmer on the thing and rob your credit card on it. But Jeff says, I'm afraid I remember, Bob. So yeah, me too. I remember well. Another little fun thing. Remember when you'd pull into the gas station, and so the guy knew to come out. They had these little bells, and as a kid, you'd go out there and take your foot and stomp on that bell, make it ding, 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 ding. Remember doing that? I do. For the heck of it, and then they holler at you, quit ringing on that bell, but those are old days, so isn't that crazy? But it was good days, really. Fun times. So yeah, I saw those on there. I thought that was pretty cool. If you all remember the bell, bing ding, your cars would go across it, telling them to come out. Then as Ron said, the river peaked yesterday at 22.9 feet, still to peak at Socicata and Georgetown. So it's still coming up, the rivers. Jeff says, oh my God, how many times? Yeah, that was fun. Back in the old days, we would do that. Go out there and ring it, or your bicycle, go across it, ring, and just...
Bicycle bell, too. Ring,
yeah, and you had a little bell on your bicycle, ding, 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 and yeah, those were the good old days. That had to be back, 50s, 60s, I don't know, by 70s. 60s and 70s, they were probably...
70s, we were in high school.
Yeah, they were probably starting to go away. I think they were still around.
Still around, yeah.
So I remember in high school, you used to be able to put $2 in, and all that was free. Yeah, free service, There's Ted. Morning, Ted. How you all doing? How's everything up in PA? Is it getting cooler up there? What's everybody's temperature? Everybody ring in on what your temperature is on it. Today we're going to be 93, and right now we're at, hey Google, what's the temperature? Okay Google, what's the temperature?
The temperature in DeLand right now is 75.
It's 75. Everybody ring in and say what you're, Jeff's 58, so on it. John says, I encountered a full service gas station last week out in the countryside. And my first reaction was a bit suspicious that someone stranger was actually going to pump my gas.
Was that the first time, John?
Yeah, I mean, that was, I haven't seen that out there. Yeah, temperature 70. Ron says it's 75. It's same as in DeLand. So, Jeff, you're over in Tennessee, so it's a little cooler over there on it. Yeah, that's interesting. You're suspicious. You know, it's like you're actually gonna pump my gas. It's pretty rare. Yeah, I mean, I don't know any place around here. Oh wow, Ted's 46, high is 62. Brr, Ted, that's cold. Oh man, that's.
Well, let's see what it is up where John's at.
Yeah, hey John, what's your temperature? He's up in Canada. What's your temperature up that way? You know, John said that was a twilight. Yeah, it's like we went back. What was that guy? Did he say he'd take you back, or wasn't there one? Oh, 63. It's not as cool as I thought it would be there. It's actually warmer there than it is. Jeff's 58 and Ted's 46. So it's actually warmer up there in Halifax.
Yeah.
Wow, that's unreal. Wasn't there a station that took you back in time, a TV program?
A TV program?
Mm-hmm.
That was the Twilight Zone.
Was it the Twilight Zone? John says, raining at long last. We've been very dry for weeks. You know, we've been dry here in the last week or two, which I'm really welcoming it. We have been so wet. I swear we hadn't dried out since the hurricanes last year when Irma went through. It just seems like we've been wet, and we have dried up here, which I like it dry. I don't care if my grass is green though. See, if you try to keep your grass green, it doesn't isn't so good to have it too dry. But I don't care. So, anyways, Ron says we have a guy that pumps at all Starbucks. So there is a guy. So that's cool. They're around, you know, every now and then.
The last one was that one on the corner of North Street and Bell Avenue.
Oh, and in Worcester, Ohio, yeah.
The old Clark station.
Yeah, they had still pumps. So, yeah, once in a while you'll get a station that still is full service. Just sees it gets it gets green, yeah, and you gotta mow it. I know, and I don't even mow it. We have a guy comes and mows our yard for us for what he charges us to mow the yard. It's not worth me owning a lawnmower. You know, he charges $30, and he mows it every other week. For $30, it's not worth me to own a mower, work with it, and I have allergies with and he weed whacks it, and so it's like, to me, it's like well worth giving him the $30. It's like I don't know how I could hardly own a mower for $30.
Yeah,
it'd be worthwhile.
With your allergies.
Yeah, I got just really bad allergies. Everything bothers me. Perfumes and colognes and cleaning things and candles. Dust and candles and anything that has a smell, just it makes me sick, you know. So yeah, it's easier just to let someone else mow the yard for you, you know. It makes it really just easier, you know. Why bother? A lot of people do that. So that's a big industry in Florida. I don't know if it's an industry, but a lot of people run around with these little trailers with mowers, and that's how they make their living, a lot of them, and they mow yards. And except in the wintertime, now our grass right now is just beginning to brown up, and so a lot of times in the wintertime, those guys who do all the lawn mowing don't have as nothing to do because it's brown. I don't need it mowed now, you know. Pay them to mow dust because it just throws dust up, you know. So a lot of them do that for second jobs. The guy that mows our yard now, he works for this next city over on Port Orange or Orange City. He works for the city there and then does this on the side. Jeff says there should be a way to post pictures to the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be, you know, that's maybe they'll come up with that. I wish there was a way that that you could post pictures backward to us, because I can post pictures, but maybe sooner or later YouTube will initiate that, and Sue's going to try to post a picture. I don't know if it'll work.
I don't think so either.
But yeah, that would be cool. I wish you could post pictures back, because I mean I can post all kinds of stuff, and so that would be pretty cool. I don't know, maybe YouTube is constantly changing, upgrading. Really, live chats really isn't all very new. It's only been out maybe a year now at the most. That's been really big, the live chat. So they've changed things. Maybe they'll do that. So Ron says the tornado we saw in the hurricane did touch down in the woods on the other side of the valley. Wow. So that was pretty close to you then. Those are more scary than the hurricanes, or those tornadoes that, you know, spins off. Yeah, I didn't think it would let you paste on it.
Yeah, I can't paste.
Because so hopefully I didn't miss too much. I keep sleeping in past 8 a.m. Nah, we haven't too much. We've just been, well, we've been on flooding and stuff. We've been on 15 minutes right now. And it's, well, I know sometimes Tammy and Seven misses it because they're on Central Time. Well, I think
so is Jeff.
Jeff's on Central Time. And that's why I always put Eastern Time when I try to post it, and so it don't throw everybody off. You know, I don't know what will happen. Florida, the state, voted not to change time this year, that we would remain on this time right here, and so it's been posted, or it's been passed, but now the government, the federal, has to approve that first. So I haven't heard if we're going to change time this year or not, and so that'll make things different too. That we'll just remain on. I really kind of wish we would stay on this time that we're on right now, so it's lighter in the evenings, you know. But if we don't, it'll be almost still dark at 8 o'clock, you know. So, anyways, Jeff said that I live at the end of Tornado Alley. Yeah, those tornadoes are weird.
Right across there.
Right across Tennessee there. Yeah, Jeff said, me too, Bob. Yeah, I like to leave the time alone. I mean, even though I'm a morning person, and so I do like it gets daylight earlier, because I'm up and going. You know, I've been up now since it was 4:45. I got up this morning, but that's every day. You know, I get up there. I can't lay bed. My body aches like crazy, so I got to get up. You know, but anyways, I still would like to keep the evenings where you have more daylight in the evenings. Mm-hmm. It works out good, especially people working, so they almost go to work in the dark, come home in the dark, and maybe they can get at least an hour.
In the winter like that. In
Yeah.
Ohio, I imagine it's the same way for Ted.
Yeah. We're pretty far east. How's Cuckoo Bird? Cuckoo Bird's here. Let's grab Cuckoo Bird a minute. He's been setting up here, just hanging out. There's Cuckoo Bird. Cassie's watching. Let's see if Cuckoo Bird will talk this morning. Oh, he's gonna do the chicken dance. Isn't he crazy? That's Cuckoo Bird. He's out there. I actually found a cool little graphic here. Let's see if I can get it up here with Cuckoo. He looks how I feel. Yeah, me too. Ron said the routes that are flooded are 922 and 501 and 7. Man, a lot of them are flooded there. I seen this. Cuckoo's Chicken House and Water Hose. He looks kind of like Cuckoo Bird, doesn't he? Doesn't he look like Cuckoo Bird? I don't know. Let's see if we can get...
He does look like the same eyes.
Yeah, look at that. There's Cuckoo Birds. So he does look like it. Yeah, so that's... I don't know. Cuckoo Bird, do you have a business I don't know about? If so, you need to be sharing some of the profits if there is. So, yeah, I found that was Cuckoo's. There's all kinds of interesting things out there. It's too funny. Josh says, "Sweet Jesus, my ears."
I should have warned you, Don.
I should have warned you, Don. It's like, look out, Cuckoo Chicken's on the loose, you know. I won Cuckoo Chicken. A friend of mine that we were in Dog Club, but she also had chickens, and she had this party between dogs and chickens, and they did a little contest, and I won Cuckoo Bird a few years back. I think Nancy comes on here now and then. She ought to be on. She's fun. She'd add a lot to the chat because she's crazy like me. But anyways, I won Cuckoo Chicken. Cuckoo Chicken's been just sitting on my dresser for years.
He needs new batteries.
Well, I don't know. He's done good. He's just wore out. He won't walk so good anymore, but yeah, he's doing good. His battery's fine. Anyway, so Cuckoo Chicken has become the Lucky Dog's mascot here. So we try to pop Cuckoo Chicken out just now and then. He's a lot of fun. And Cassie the dog, our poodle, she just loves Cuckoo Chicken. if you just play that song, like play an old video with that song, she's walking around here looking for Cuckoo Chicken. Where I know he's here. I heard him. I heard him. So Cuckoo Chicken's here. You know.
She sees him on the TV. She starts looking around on the ground to see if he fell out of the TV.
Yeah, she don't know where he's at. You know, Ron, you said all those routes are closed, and it's funny. We haven't heard as much down here now about the flooding. Like they just kind of. That's what the news does. The news will pick up on something, and all of a sudden it's just old news, and they don't say any more about it. The news media is so poor. They don't share the news of things that people would be interested in, real news, and then they put a bunch of crap up, you know, that who cares about it, and they share that over and over and over again. So news is kind of crazy. Hey, speaking of the news, did everybody see Bill Cosby is now doing his comedian routine from prison, and they convicted him. What did they give him? Between 3 to 10 years for whatever he did. Apparently,
America's Dad.
Yeah, America's Dad. Remember watching Cosby back in the days? You know, you're watch the old TV shows. You know, and he was one that everybody thought was you know, a good one to watch, you know. Well, apparently he wasn't so good, you know, on it. So, yeah, one of the old I can't say, to be honest, I never really cared for this show that much. A lot of people really loved it. So he was Bill Cosby used to be known as America's Dad. So, hey, when watching reruns, which decade do you like to watch the most? Which is your favorite TV shows? Jeff says our first 20 minutes of news is how many people got shot last night. Yeah, that's what it is. You know, that's the first thing I'll do. I'll turn on the news and tell Sue, well, we'll see who got shot today, you know. John says, oh yeah, Cosby got nailed. How the mighty has fallen, and well, hopefully he'll keep the rest of the cons entertained. Yeah, he can do his own show. Andy Griffith, there you go, Jeff. That is one of my go-tos. I love Andy Griffith. Andy Griffith, and I like to watch Gomer Pyle. I watch them almost every day, you know.
And Home Improvement and Raymond.
Home Improvement. Raymond's a good one. I haven't been watching Raymond as much. They haven't had him on. Ted says 90s Seinfeld. Yeah, I used to love to watch Seinfeld. In fact, I still do. He's on. We watch MeTV. If you have antenna, you maybe will have MeTV. MeTV has all these old shows on. And like Jeff said, Leave It to Beaver. I used to have him on the morning. One morning I had him on the TV in the background, and YouTube took my video off because I guess it was copyrighted. You know, so they took that off on it. And so Sue says, I like to watch 50s and 60s shows. They're the best, really.
Big Bang Theory, which is
Big Bang is a current show, but that's one of our favorites.
It's a great show.
They like to show the worst to get your attention and not follow. Yeah, you're right. That's talking about the news again. The news will show the worst of things going on, but never follow up. Oh, how did that end up? How did that work out on it? And John says, haven't watched TV for years. Once in a blue moon, I'll turn on and run into some old stuff on YouTube, etc. Mostly watch do-it-yourself videos. Oh wait, Judge Judy is great. Yeah, Judge Judy is great. Yeah. We watch YouTube videos all day long versus TV. We watch YouTube all afternoon mainly. I hit thing on watch later, and then I go through and watch them. It's cast in my TV. So, and home improvement stuff, so much better than some of the most of the junk that's on TV. Sue says, love to watch current show Big Bang Theory. Judge Judy, yeah, Judge Judy, she's funny. She tells it as it is, you know. Jeff B says, I didn't watch Raymond until the series was over. Then I found that Raymond was a genius. He was. And I actually have a copy of all Raymond's shows on, so I can watch it whenever I want. Ted says, did you hear the Big Bang Theory got canceled? Yeah, this is its last season, and they now have brought on young Sheldon, and that's going to be the new one, kind of, and I like both of them, really. I really enjoy watching both of those shows. So yeah, that'll be the last season for that. John says we're following The Handmaid's Tale, waiting for the new season. You know, I saw that.
I want to watch that.
Well, I might put that up. We stream stuff. I have stuff where I can bring these up and stream them, and maybe I'll check that out. See if I can get into it. We started watching one. It was called, what's the name of that one? Gone to Mars. The first. It was called. And I've watched several episodes. The first one was pretty good, but then they get so much drama, and I lose my attention for it. And not talking about. I thought first would be all about a mission going to Mars, and it turns around. It's more about the drama of the people, and then I lose it. I want to know about the mission. That sounds interesting, but I don't care about the people's drama in a lot of the shows. That's where I lose it in a lot of the shows. And Sue said, yes, I knew that. They were thinking of stomping at Big Bang, and they're getting paid. Yeah, they get like $1 million per episode. These actors do, you know.
He didn't watch Raymond until the series was over. Then found Raymond was a genius.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of people don't pick up shows until later on, and a lot of us I didn't watch until later on. Jeff says, Handmaiden is possibly the best video movie I've ever watched. I've been riveted. I'm going to start watching that. Maybe I'll watch some today. Check it out. Because I've looked at. Yeah, I see that one listed in the streaming thing I can do, and I just haven't clicked on it yet. So I'm gonna check that out. Jeff says, Bob, did you find out what the animal in the woods was? All right, I'll reveal the whole story of that video. If you watched it, if you haven't watched my video on I Think I Heard Bigfoot, I put that up here a few days back, and I actually did that video last February out at our flying field. And I went out to the flying field, and I heard the sounds. If you watch the video, you'll see I'm kind of puzzled. Like I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, you can hear it. Actually, what I did is I reposted that video. That was done a year ago, and I reposted it again. And what I did is try to enhance the sound so you could hear the background sound. And so I redid it again, and overall, what it was, I found out later on. In fact, I found out that same day. There's a hunting club back there, and these guys were back there, and I had my camera where I could zoom in. I zoomed in on their truck. It was very foggy that morning, kind of eerie, and they had some sort of a big speaker on there, and they were emitting those sounds. And I don't know if it was to track animals or what it was, but that was all fake. It wasn't fake. It was real, but it was not a Bigfoot on it. So I thought that was fun, and I didn't tell right away because I just wanted to get people. I've had over 100 some people watch it, so it was interesting. But it was a cool video. But I tell you what, that morning I was like, what the heck is that?
John said he's got to leave, so I'm saying bye to John.
Okay, hey, Handmaid's Positive, then. You ever watched Breaking Bad? I haven't seen Breaking Bad either. So, okay, John says, well, I got to walk the dog and then fix the bathroom. Always something to do, isn't there, John? Have a great, John, I'm glad to see you come by. And,
Great White North.
The Great Night White North.
Hey, John.
Glad you come by, John. We'll see you. And I'm going to check out the, what's it called, Handmaiden?
Handmaid's Tale.
I'm going to check that out today, actually. So, have a good day, John. So Ted says, well, it's definitely the greatest show of all times. Yeah, some of these shows are great, Ron says Last Man Standing will start on Fox this Friday. They were dropped from ABC because her liked Trump. Yeah, they do that a lot. The politics comes into that, too. And so, yeah, I watch that, and we'll start watching that again, too.
We liked him, Alan.
We'll watch that.
I'm watching it on streaming. Old episodes.
Yeah, and I love streaming. I can find most things and stream it on old episodes there, and so I love that. You'll get in a binge. I kind of like actually streaming the old episodes because I can start season 1 and just follow it all the way through and binge watch it, and I don't have to wait week to week to come up with it, And yeah, Jeff says I hardly watch TV anymore. I watch TV, but I don't watch. I watch some commercial TV, but not much. I stream stuff, because commercial TV is crap.
We watched a new one called 911 the other night. It was all drama.
Yeah, it was too much.
It's like a remake of Emergency.
Yeah, that could
Parts
have.
of it, which that part's good, but then there's all the drama, the back drama, and it's about millennials.
Yeah.
Millennials. We don't care about that.
Yeah, that could have been a good show, but I think, like I said, there are too much drama, background stuff that I kind of lose interest in it. You know. We watched a new one last night with what was it about kids, single parents or something. It was all right. Yeah, Jeff said I hate drama. I do too. I hate drama. It's like when show gets into drama, click, shut it off. You know, I don't like that. I like realistic stuff. Realistic and something if I can learn something from it or just laugh. It's something just funny. I love to laugh. So those are my.
So that's why we really like Big Bang and.
Yeah, because they're funny. You know,
and
sometimes
Sheldon,
stupid, but.
Sheldon.
I can handle stupid funny, you know, because I'm stupid and funny. No,
Those are really about the two only comedies that are on good anymore. That's on. Mom is on, but that's all right. It's okay.
We watched Survivor. Did
Started
their
watching it last night. Survivor.
Last
Let's
year.
Talk about binge watching.
Yeah.
I binge watched that, didn't I?
Yeah, Sue never watched Survivor until I showed her a couple episodes, and then she watched every season, every episode.
In order.
Oh, Jeff said I like forensic shows. You know?
Me too, Jeff.
Yeah, and that's not my thing, but I know Sue loves forensic shows. That's
Mysteries.
mysteries. Yeah, I'm not into them too much. You know, my theory on most shows, if it's violent, if it has guns and shooting, I don't watch it. You know, it's like I like peaceful things. You know. So, anyways, the new Survivor is better. Last year was sucked. It was bad. That was horrible. This year they have more of a verse people. Last year was all young people. This year it has young and old. So I think it's going to be a little better. Although the show's been on so long and it's almost ran its course. You know, it's like these shows. It's like 37 seasons. It's like it's kind of ran its thing. You know. So it's like I could do without it, but I'll watch it. There's something to do, you know, something to watch. Keep me. Sometimes I have it on. I'm not really watching it. Oh, Jeff says Law and Order and SUV is always the best. A lot of people watch those. That's ones I don't watch, but a lot of people love those shows. You know, Sue does. You know? Me and Sue has a completely different. Ron said, "Did you watch 9/1? It was good." Yeah, Ron, I watched it, but. It can be good. The second one where they had the earthquake was better than the first one. But it was, they got to keep that drama out of it, you know. If it has potential, if they don't go off on too many background stories and keep it on the 911 on, you know, dealing with emergencies and stuff, I do believe that will make it better, you know. Yeah, I mean, I watch it. I'll watch it again. I haven't gave up on it, but I could have said.
Drifts off when the drama comes.
When the drama comes on, what happens? That's what happens. They start in the drama. I'm not paying any attention. I pick up the computer, something off on something else. Next, I don't know what's even going on because.
So when it comes back to the rescues.
I'll pick it up and watch it again, you know. But when it's in the drama, I don't care about their drama and their crap that they're going on. Show us about the emergency. I want to know how did this person get out of this situation, you know. Yeah, Jeff, now I love science and how they saw it. Now I love that, like solve something, you know. I'm always solving stuff around the house. I set up a new aquarium the other day, and the pump. I noticed. I thought the dog had peed on the floor, and it was a leak. Well, I thought, oh no, this brand new tank's leaking, and I'd have to tear it all apart, but it wasn't. It was the plumbing on my filter was leaking, and I solved that mystery. It was took care of it yesterday. Had to take some silicone, seal up a pipe, was all it was, and it's running good this morning. But it's kind of like science, you know.
You're blaming the poor dog.
Poor dog, he was it.
Same spot over and over.
Yeah. I build these filters for the aquarium. Off the subject here a minute. And it's an overflow. It's what they call a sump filter. They're very expensive, approximately $300 to buy one. And with pump and everything, I'm building for less than $50. And I use, I find a pump, and then I use a plastic drawer that you buy at Walmart cheap in a little tub, and make a great filter. Does the same thing as a $300 filter, but the way I set them up, sometimes I have to tweak them, you know. So that's what I was been working on. See, that's science, you know. I love to do that stuff. Just as I've watched so many, I think I could commit perfect murder. Oh, well, let's not do that. See, I don't like murder. I don't like violence. I don't like murder. I don't like shooting. I don't like. So that's why I don't watch those, you know. And I know people love them, but I just don't watch them, you know. So Ted says I kind of like the police dramas, like Law and Order, and it seems like a dialogue that they're always a little too out there. Like coming on and they really don't talk like, and that's true. They're fake. They're fake. That's my thing too. I don't like action's good, but if it's too fake, it's like you're insulting my senses because it's too fake, you know. So yeah, that's another. It's just it's got to be realistic to me too, you know. On it. So you know, but everybody has all kinds of different shows they like, and that's what makes it go. And a lot of shows. I remember, you know, some of the old police shows like Adam 12. And I liked Adam 12. That was a great show. And of course, Emergency. That was a great show. Some of those older ones I like better than the new ones. You know, they just had more. They were more realistic. You know, but sometimes they were funny on it. What was some of the other old shows, the old police shows on it? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But anyways, I kind of like those. Those were fun old shows and that. So,
Oh, geez. What were some of the older ones? You mean old police shows?
Yeah, old police shows.
Oh, what was, geez. Yeah, with the badge, Friday. With that Friday and...
Oh, yeah, Friday and, what was that one called?
Yeah, badge number.
Fawn said, well, we have to go get groceries. This will be a fun trip. I'm going to have to get off here and try. I know, Ron, I'm eating your groceries. That's funny. Ron said he's going to go. When Ron came down here, what, a week or so ago, for the hurricane, he brought a lot of food down, a lot of meat down, and because he's afraid electricity was going off. And I still am eating Ron's food. So, Ron, I appreciate all that food you left us. Told us to take it back home, and he left it. So, yeah, Dragnut, that's it, Jeff. So, yeah, Ron's going to go restock his groceries as I'm eating his food. So, thanks, Ron. Appreciate it. I really do.
Sorry you have to go buy more.
Yeah, sorry, but I really do appreciate it. So, that was good. I really benefited from that hurricane from Ron.
Yeah.
So we do appreciate it, Ron, Sandy.
Harry Mason, yeah, that was good. Bye, Ron.
Yeah, so the item 12, chips. I like chips.
It wasn't so good, but
it was. It was great. It was a great show. I love chips. Perry Mason, not so much, but it's still on. I don't watch it, but it's still on. You know. So yeah, I mean everybody has different things, but yeah, I didn't see now. Sue didn't think chips was not so good. I thought I loved chips.
Actually,
it was good.
But it was more cheesecake and
it was.
Wasn't realistic.
Well, not so much.
The crashes.
Yeah, not so much, but
it was fun.
It was fun, you know. Entertainment. That's what all it is.
Yes.
Everything's entertainment. Jeff said I had a bad experience with Eric Estrada. Personally, did you have a personal experience with Eric Estrada? You know, I can't say he was probably my favorite.
I heard he was kind of pompous or something, just rude.
You know, a lot of them are when you meet some of these actors in real person. They're very rude. I had a friend that had met Gilligan on Gilligan's Island, and he said he was a real asshole, you know? And it's like, can you believe that? It's like, sometimes they are, you know? Just as Elliot Ness and the Untouchables, you know? That was a good show.
Yeah, about Car 54.
Yeah, Car 54, Where Are You? It was stupid but fun, you know? On it.
Gunther Tootie.
Yeah, Gunther Tootie. And he ended up being the Munster. Was it Munster? Yeah.
The other guy, yeah, he was the Munster, but it was the other guy who was Gunther Tootie.
Yeah, but he was Munsters, you know?
Character.
And it just says, do you like paranormal shows like Ghost Adventures? Yeah, you know, I do enjoy some of those, and I haven't watched any of them for a while.
You like to watch Ghost Hunters sometimes.
Ghost Hunters, sometimes I'll watch that. But yeah, those are very interesting. Try to figure out what's going on, especially something that is around and you're trying to figure out what is it real or not real. You know, like Bigfoot. I put this up. Is Bigfoot real? I don't know. I've never actually seen one. Out there that morning before I figured out what it was, I thought, maybe there is a Bigfoot. Because where our flying field is an area out in the wild that it could have been. Could have been a Bigfoot, but it wasn't. You know. So yeah, I do enjoy watching those. Just as yes, he is my sister lived him and practically cussed me when I loved him and cussed him when I asked for his autograph at Malibu Beach. Ron said this is our normal trip for groceries. I'm glad you liked, and you're welcome. Thanks for all this. Stay with you. Catch you later. All right, Ron. We'll tell Sandy hi. Have a good day. Have fun at the grocery store. I hate grocery stores. So we order ours on Walmart online and just go pick it up. They put it in the car and leave. I don't have to go in. So have a fun grocery shopping day. So anyways, got his at Malibu Beach, got his autograph. So that's fun. There's a lot of actors. You know, something I don't romanticize or fan or whatever say. I don't idolize. That's what I want to say. Any person of like an actor. I don't care if it's the President of the United States, you know. I'm behind our president, but if I see him, oh, cool, Donald Trump, you know. It's no like, oh, wow, you know. I don't get bent out of shape for an actor. I don't care who it is. I think all people would be in the same, whether you'd be, say, Donald Trump or me or Sue, or I put the same emphasis on everybody. There's nobody.
Everybody should be happy to see me.
That's right. Everybody should be happy to see Sue. I am. But yeah, I think everybody's the same. Everybody is of equal importance. There's a few people, the criminals and stuff, that take themselves down, but that's their own doing, you know. If they act right, they're just as important as everybody else, you know. And everybody makes mistakes too. So yeah, I don't go goggy over. I think it's silly. You'll see, like back then, I remember when the Beatles out and the girls would faint and stuff. You give me a break. They're just four guys playing guitars and singing, doing their job just like everybody else does their job, you know. So, yeah, I don't idolize any actor, anybody. Everybody's the same. Everybody has the same importance, you know. That's me. So, let's see. Did I have something else up here? There's one more thing I put up here. I put this the other day. Since I get up early, and a lot of times, you know, you get up early. I take afternoon naps. But what I was really kind of wondering is, like, how soon after getting up is it okay to take a nap? You know, at what point is it like, okay, I've been up long enough, I'm going to take a nap, you know? Is 10 o'clock in the morning too early to take a nap?
Whenever you want.
That's true, whenever you want. Because I have done that. I'll take a nap at 10 o'clock in the morning sometimes, but I might have been up
6 hours.
Yeah, I've been up maybe at 4 o'clock, you know. So I thought that was kind of cool. How soon is it okay to take a nap? Little Cassie wants to come up and be on. She wants to be on camera this morning. She was here nudging me. So one of the lucky dogs wanted to come up. So how many of y'all take a nap in a day? I know if you're working, it's hard to be able to take a nap. But
I don't usually, but I took one the other day.
Once in a while, Sue does. You know, we all bleed the same. You're right, Ted. That is, we all bleed the same color. And I'm getting licked here. So that's true. We're all the same. I'm getting kissed. Isn't it nice? I got kissed on right on live. I don't know if you call this TV, live TV. You know, so yeah.
Cassie.
Yeah, this is Cassie. Cassie says, "Daddy, I wanna be on the chat this morning. I want to come up and say hi to everybody." Ted says, "I'm thinking about taking a nap right now." Good for you, Ted. Naps are great. Jeff says, "My meds make me sleepy if I get still." Yeah, medication will do that. You'll get. You don't have to lick me. Will make you sleepy in that. I said by noons, I'm taking a little nap by noon.
Go put your videos up.
A lot of times I'll do that.
Take a nap.
if I actually, what's weird, if I'm interested in something, I can fall asleep, zoom, at the drop of a hat. If something's boring, I don't know why I don't just fall asleep. But if it's interesting, I don't know why. Bam! Oh man, I missed that. I wanted to see that, and I fell asleep. You know, it's terrible. Get up here higher where everybody can see you. Now look at the camera. Say, look at the camera. There you go. Say, now smile. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Here. See Cuckoo Chicken. There. She loves Cuckoo Chicken. So that's her buddies, Cuckoo Chicken. Yeah, she goes, I love my cuckoo. Anyways, I get okay. So yeah, some medications can make you sleepy and that too.
I'll get sleepy if I start reading.
Yeah.
I read the same page over and over. I'll fall asleep. Start dozing off.
Yeah, I don't read. I hate to read. But if I did, I'm sure I would probably get through one sentence and off I'd go, you know. Drinking V8 again. Pretty girl, thank you, Jeff. She is my little girl. She's spoiled rotten. You know, I don't know why. Sue spoiled her. She's one of the lucky dogs, so once in a while she comes on.
That's
all right,
I'm trying to share a picture of Abby.
Oh.
It wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll work that out here one of these days where it can. And so, hey, we're missing Tammy and we're missing Seven again this morning. I think their time change gets them messed up and they lose track of what time it is. So I'm sure they'll send me a message and say they missed it again. I was about to ask if that's a Bloody Mary. I like Bloody Marys, but no, this is just spicy V8 juice. I like that. I try to drink something when I'm here on the live chat talking. My throat gets dry, and if I drink something that spicy, seems like it soothes my throat when I'm talking. So, but yeah, I like a good Bloody Mary. They're nice. The alcohol though gives me headaches so bad anymore. I can't. Right in the back of my neck, I'll get this real bad headache, like it's closing the bloodstream in my head off, and I need all the blood I can get to my brain. So, anyways, but yeah, that's good stuff. I like good drinks. They're fun. We made what was that one at Christmas time? We made hot buttered rum. I had never had that before, so I made that last. It was good, you know. So I'll do that again. The other day I made some fudge. I've never made fudge in my life, and I saw this little recipe with peanut butter fudge, and so I made that for Sue for supper. We had fudge for supper. That's a good healthy meal. But it was really easy, you know. All there was is milk. Oh, I meant V8, Bob. Okay, but so is Bloody Mary. V8's good. I like V8 juice. I've drank that always, you know. But anyway, this fudge, all it has, you take some milk and quite a bit of sugar, and you cook that down till it starts boiling. You cook it for 2.5 minutes, no more, no less. Exactly 2.5 minutes. You add like a cup of peanut butter in it, a little bit of vanilla, stir that up, pour in a pan, let it set up, and you got fudge. Very easy, and it came out good. I think it's all gone. Sue ate it, you know. So, but yeah, that was the first time I ever made fudge. It came out really good. So, I'll try it next time to maybe make some chocolate fudge, or I'd like to make some maple fudge. I like maple, you know. So, but anyway, I did that. That was a new experiment that worked.
Maple donuts one time.
Maple donuts. Sue made that. It was donuts and then made maple,
biscuits.
Yeah, refrigerator biscuits.
Stretched them out and fried them, and then made maple icing.
And yeah, and then the maple icing. I love maple, you know, and maple's good. I tried to make maple beer one time when I used to homebrew beer. It didn't come out so well. I don't know if it was just off or what. I was thinking someone else made one once that was pretty good, but
over at
or the New Smyrna Beach, the
Wop's
brewery.
Hop. Yeah, maple.
Oh yeah, Wop's Hops over there.
Maple and bacon.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, yeah. So Jeff says, me too, Sue. Red dry wine and mint ultra. I like dry wines, you know.
I like a more sweet.
A lot of people
red
like
wine.
mint ultra. I tend to go more for more crafty beers, but I like a dry wine. I like a sweet wine too, but I like a dry wine, you know. So that's all good. I'm going to try something here. I don't eat eggs because eggs just make me so sick, and I don't know why. I never used to, but several years back they started making me sick. Well, I guess got thinking there they make these egg substitutes, and so I'm gonna pick up some of those once and try it, see if they make me sick or not. Because I do miss eggs, you know, but it's not worth anything you eat. If it makes you sick, it's not worth eating it, you know. And so I might try one of those there. So maybe I'll get sick one day and eat those. So I hope not. But certain things you just like, and you just can't eat it, you know. So Ted says, "Oh no, no wine for me. Yuck! I got drunk off of it once and never touch it again." Just said not a big drinker. I'm not a big drinker. I drink less now than I ever did. I could take it or leave it. I enjoy good drinks, but I don't really need it. But yeah, you get drunk on something once, Ted, and sometimes never again. I don't want any more of that stuff, you know. So you have a bad experience one time, and that can just throw you off forever, you know. You know, here's my theory on, I don't care if it's beer, wine, any liquor. I love the drinks. They taste wonderful. You know, I really enjoy them. I couldn't care less about the alcohol. I don't care. I don't like the feeling of getting drunk. I don't like the feeling of drinking too much. But I don't need that. So if they can make non-alcoholic drinks that taste the same, and that'd be great. I would love that. But they don't. You take the alcohol and Boone's Farm. You know. You know, me and a friend went at school. We'd keep Boone's Farm under the seat of the car up in Ohio when we was in high school, and up there it gets so cold it would freeze, and you'd have pretty strong liquor where you'd drink off. And we got a little bit loaded, went to school one morning and didn't get caught, but that was Boone's Farm that we had under the seat of the car. And I said it was cold out and froze off the stuff and just had more alcohol, you know. Sue says I got sick on peppermint schnapps when I was just a teen, sneaking it over to sleepover at a friend's house. Now you can't tell. Peppermint schnapps good, but again, it's got the alcohol in it. Tequila too. Can't stand the smell of it this day. That was 40. You know, tequila it's made out of cactus, and it's got a grassy taste, you know, and I don't care a lot. Now, Ted, there you go. Ted says, I'll take a good scotch, though. Oh, I love good scotch, and good scotch. I'll drink some bad scotch, but I like good. You get a good aged scotch, and that stuff's good. Smooth, a little smokiness to it. I love a good, I'll take scotch, a little bit of ice, a little scotch on the rocks, and good stuff. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite as whiskeys goes, is a good scotch whiskey. I made a scotch ale, which is a beer, out of, came out really good. There was a recipe, Sam Adams made a scotch ale, and it was really good. Well, when I was home brewing, Sam Adams would kind of put their grain bill online, but not tell you how much. And I made up a recipe for this Scotch ale, and man, it was so good. It was just identical to the Sam Adams one, and I home brewed it. And then Daytona Brewery over here, where we were going to meet Robert up, maybe we will again today, but Alan at Daytona Brewery, we got talking about it, and he decided he wanted to brew that. So I took my recipe over and I brewed with him over there, and we made 100 gallons of Scotch ale, a beer, and we had it on tap. It didn't come out, it has peat in it. Peat's what gives you your smokiness into, like if you're making a Scotch ale, but it's very strong. If you get too much peat, it'd be overkill. Well, Alan kind of backed down the peat, and it really kind of backed it down a little too much. And so it was good. It was very good beer when it was done, but it wasn't quite the same as my original recipe. And I don't know, he talking about brewing that again sometime, but it was fun. I had my recipe on tap over there for about 6 months, so that was kind of fun in a Scotch ale on it. So yeah, hopefully Robert's traveling with Robert's trip will come back this way, and we'll still be able to do our meetup. Last I heard, he was up in Maine, I believe, and I don't think he was too impressed with Maine.
He was in New York.
No, he went from New York to Maine, and he said he wasn't too impressed with Maine from the last I heard, but maybe we can get to do the meetup on it again. So, hey guys, we're coming up on close to an hour. My voice is starting to get crackly, so glad to see everybody on this morning. Jeff, Ted, Ron, is there anyone else popped in? So if anyone else I missed popped in, glad to see you guys come on. Always tickles when you guys show up. Without you guys, there wouldn't really be a chat, so you guys make it all. So missing a few. UK wasn't here this morning. We're missing Tammy. We're missing Seven. So they probably got the time change, got them messed up. So we're gonna get out here for today, and so this is Thursday. Our next chat will be next Monday afternoon at 6 p.m. and that'll be Eastern time. Set your clocks accordingly. So everybody enjoy your Thursday. Weekend's in sight. So we'll see everybody then. Have a great Thursday, and we'll see you next Monday at the Monday evening chat, 6 p.m. Eastern time.
They tend to